Hello everybody, it's Sara again. In this video, I'm going to talk about appearance versus reality in King Lear. The theme of appearance versus reality is reoccurring throughout the play of King Lear. So, what is the main difference between appearance and reality? Appearance and reality, the main difference between them is that appearance is the way something looks, while reality is the state of things as they actually exist or the true state of something. Appearances are often deceiving and misleading. What we see is not always the true, and we cannot judge someone or something by looking at the outward appearance, because how someone looks on the outside is not always how they are on the inside. So, appearance is how something appears to be, while reality is how something actually is. I'd like to start with this quote: all that glisters is not gold. This is a famous quote from The Merchant of Venice, one of the famous Shakespeare's plays. Glisters here means glitters. This means don't be deceived by looks, because people may look innocent, but they are not. In King Lear, there are many characters that appears to be what in reality they are not. So let's start with King Lear and his daughters, especially Regan and Goneril. Shakespeare in this play emphasizes how appearance is not always reality. He emphasizes this through prejudice, manipulation, and jealousy. Throughout the play, Shakespeare demonstrates how illusion can prevent characters from seeing reality. At the beginning of the play, Regan and Goneril, Lear's eldest daughters, appear to be loving and loyal towards their father. They spill out their love to King Lear through their deceiving words and convince him that they do indeed love him more than anything. Here, Goneril pronounced her love through her words. She said, "Sir, I love you more than words can wield the matter, dearer than eyesight, space, and liberty, beyond what can be valued, rich or rare, no less than life, with the grace, health, beauty, honor, as much as child or father found, love that makes a breath poor, and speech unable, beyond all matter much, so I love you." This is too exaggerated, and this indicates that Regan and Goneril only appear to be loving daughters, when in reality they are nothing but selfish women seeking to gain power. Both Regan and Goneril trick Lear with their misleading words. Their behavior throughout the play further proves that their speech towards their father at the beginning means nothing but foolish words. When King Lear spends the night at the Duke of Albany's palace, Goneril's attitude towards Lear leaves him shocked and displeased. The Goneril in the beginning of the play contradicts the Goneril who is speaking to Lear disrespectfully. Goneril accuses Lear in scene 4 of Act 1 and blames him for the knight's behavior in her palace. Unlike them, innocent Cordelia, the youngest daughter, said, "I cannot have my heart into my mouth. I love your majesty according to my bond, no more no less." King Lear misinterpreted her words and betrayed her, but at the end Lear eventually realizes that he has made the wrong decision and gets a chance to reconcile with his daughter Cordelia, who comes with an army from France to rescue him. However, by then it is too late for him to save his kingdom. In the end, Cordelia is executed and Lear dies of grief. Let's move to Gloucester and his sons, Edmund and Edgar. Just like King Lear, Gloucester also trapped by Edmund's trick and betrayed simple-hearted Edgar. Later, false appearance started revealing the truth and Edgar rescued his father. So, we are first introduced to Edmund at the beginning of the play in Act 1, Scene 1. We feel sympathetic for Edmund because of the way Gloucester talks to Kent about him. Gloucester tells Kent that he has been responsible for Edmund's upbringing and now he can finally tell people without being impressed. This leaves us to feel sorry for Edmund because he's living his life with this guilt and must live while being called the bastard son, we as the audience will believe that he's, in a way, is being bullied. We are first exposed to Edmund's true personality in Act 1, Scene 2. His soliloquy reveals his jealousy towards his brother Edgar. The audience sees a different side of Edmund. He's not the so-called innocent one anymore, but instead a villain. Edmund's soliloquy uncovers his evil side and allows us to see that he's not what he appears to be. Instead, he just wants to gain his father's power, like Regan and Goneril. This letter he speaks about in his soliloquy does indeed contain false information about Edgar, which allows Gloucester to look down on Edgar. As scene 2 of Act 1 proceeds, Gloucester not only believes that Edmund is innocent, he's also deceived by everything Edmund tells him. Edmund makes Edgar look like the bad guy when in reality Edmund himself is planning to destroy Gloucester. Just like Regan and Goneril, Edmund shows his father that he is the son that loves him the most and is willing to protect and take care of him. However, unlike Lear's daughters, Edmund remains in disguise throughout most of the play. Not physically like Kent and Edgar, but instead covers his evil personality. In contrast to Edmund, Regan and Goneril's true identity is quickly exposed, and other characters are aware of how selfish they are. Edmund, on the other hand, hides his true evil identity, not allowing other characters to realize it is he, not Edgar, who is betraying Gloucester. It is not until Gloucester gets his eyes blocked out that he finally realizes the difference between appearance and reality. His son is definitely not what he appears to be. Appearance versus reality is by all means a considerable theme in King Lear, and is not only shown for the characters Regan, Goneril, and Edmund, but is also shown for Kent, Edgar, and King Lear himself. Shakespeare shows us that not everything is as it appears to be. Finally, Shakespeare used the theme of appearance versus reality in order to show us the dual face of humans and how it affects their society. So this is all about this topic. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you.